everyone. Welcome in. Sorry, I'm running a little bit behind. I got a little busy with the little one. I'm working on trying to potty train again, and I've had many accidents today, and it's been lots of fun, but we're working on it. So, I brought in Picksburg Anthony.
Hey, guys.
And I know some of you know that I like to go back and watch the first video of everybody. And I was super impressed with you and your wife. I mean, first video, you guys are like, hey, like and subscribe to us. You guys had it down, from day one. You go back onto my first video, I'm, showing the screen, not even showing my face, and, just hope this helped. So, I want to welcome in a couple people that I seen come in. We got Cajun. I'm cracking up because he had no competition today. He was the first comment. And then we got our Gate City Pickers. Hello, guys.
What's up, Paul?
Paul, and his wife's name is not coming to my head. Thank you. Got Frank in today. Nikki T, you're slacking. Hey, Cajun just coming in right, no problem. And then, hey, here's a friendly face.
What's up, Frank?
Yeah, who's that guy? And like Nikki T said, Frank! Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully my chat's not too far behind. I don't know if you can see it, Anthony. Does it seem like it's a little bit behind?
But you're right on par with what it shows on YouTube.
Good, because it's been way off lately. I've been trying to play games with everybody, and they're just way too off. Oh, no. Don't start talking about barbecue now, Cajun, because that makes me want to have some.
that barbecue makes me want to come all the way out to Colorado.
Right? I'm like, hey, Frank, when are we going to get together for that barbecue? I got blood, sweat, and cells. Hello. Yeah, so everybody, I kind of want you to guys join in with us because I'm hoping that some of the new people or people that I've talked to that want to get into reselling kind of learn different ways to sell too, on how we can expand our selling. So I know a lot of us kind of started with eBay or some kind of platform. So I want to talk about that because I know that Anthony has had quite a different ways to resell. So
yeah, definitely. If there's a way to sell it, I will try.
Right? I know you've done garage sales and you've done the flea market. So you take your inventory that's kind of sitting, right, and then take it to the flea market in the summer.
So anything that I don't deem to be eBay worthy just goes in a pile underneath my steps, and then once it gets warm enough, starts going to the flea market every week. And then as inventories just becomes super stale on eBay, I start pulling that out too and taking that to flea markets as well. But I'm always buying as much as I can, and the stuff that just isn't that great, especially with storage lockers and stuff like that, you pretty much have to either donate or take to a flea market to be able to move it.
Yeah. And like I was saying in the beginning, your first videos, I was super impressed. And then you guys are finding all these brand new things. I'm like, man, I wish sometimes occasionally I'll find something brand new, but just the hauls that I was watching with you guys, I was like, man, I am jealous.
Yeah, well, that's probably because Uncle B lives in your town. Watching his videos, he goes out and buys up all the good stuff.
Yeah, and then this one right here, he's like, hey, by the way, I'm going to come and invade the stores there. Frank,
Nice.
If we can, we should meet up. That'd be awesome. I would love to see your wife, and we can talk about bingo. So, I don't know if you want to talk about it, if you're kind of waiting for the opportunity to really strike, but I know there's some kind of other opportunities you have coming forward, and would like to know a little bit about that if you want to go into that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll share a little bit. I don't know any more than I've pretty much already shared so far, but just for anybody that hasn't heard, I got approached by one of my really good friends that I've been friends with since grade school, and He's opened up 3 businesses in Pittsburgh. One has been long-standing, and then 2 within the last year. And so they're picking up properties and they're opening up businesses. And one of the properties that they're in the process of acquiring, I was approached with the possibility of opening up any kind of store I want there, and essentially it would be kind of a 3-way split of the building. Like a third of it would be used to house an arcade, because one of the guys is one of the largest like arcade distributors on the East Coast. So a third of the building would be the arcade, and then a third would be kind of for me to resell, like resale shop, card shop, any kind of shop I want. And then another third, he said I could like make a YouTube studio.
Awesome.
So that's kind of what we're going with right now. I haven't actually got to go see the property yet, or discussed any logistics or anything. But essentially, the arcade portion of the building would cover like rent, utilities, and stuff. So my main role would just be making sure the building was staffed. 7 days a week. So, but essentially I would have my own, storefront, and what I would essentially do with it is probably something similar to what the Craigslist Hunter has in Chicago. Just,
I was gonna say them or Commonwealth.
Absolutely.
Kind of your bigger items or whatever, and awesome. And then buying them storage units, that's just awesome too. I've been wanting to get into that too, but I don't know what the market is here with the storage units, but you can't get anything like under $1,000. It's crazy. Like it'll be like 3 boxes in there, and they'll sell for $1,000. It's like I can't even get something with 3 boxes in it.
It seems like the ones with less are always more, because people don't want to do the work of the big units most of the time.
Yeah. I've even looked at big units because I'm like, heck, I'll get friends and family and tell them, get over here and help me clean this out, even just to try one of them. So, the only storage unit I bought was that guy that was kind of getting rid of his storage unit to get rid of his old, he had like a thrift store with his brother, and so he was trying to just get rid of stuff. So that's the only time that I've really gotten a storage unit, but it was awesome. Yeah. I was going to have you answer this question here.
What do I consider too old to keep on eBay? So I do a lot of tiered sales on eBay, and I actually just recorded a video on it today. So anything that's been in my store a year plus, I hit really hard, like up to 30 and 40% off pretty regularly, just trying to turn it over. So anything that's been on over a year, I consider, too old, and I try to heavily discount it on eBay. And if that doesn't work, then I'll pull it off and sell it at a yard sale or, the flea market whenever I go.
I seen Craig come in. Hello.
Craig says he's too old to keep on eBay. Hey, Glenn.
And that comment was funny. Hello, I didn't see you sneak in. So how did you kind of get into like the Amazon thing? Did you kind of have somebody that like helped you with it, or did you just kind of put your feet in the water and see how it went?
Definitely 100%. It was Nate. Like the minute I met Nate, like literally he was like, it's not if you're going to do Amazon or will you do Amazon. It's like, dude, you're doing Amazon. He's like,
so you're getting all this new stuff.
So he helped me a lot with it. In fact, like I probably would have quit Amazon if it wasn't for Nate, just because like it was almost like he was training wheels in the beginning, because for me, like I'd find like a lot of the stuff I wanted to sell, I was gated in. So I had to go outside of my wheelhouse and completely change the way I was sourcing and strategizing for the platform. So if it wasn't for Nate kind of being my training wheels in the very beginning, I probably wouldn't even still be on Amazon. Yeah.
And I know like you can't talk about much of it because people can go out and get what you get, but I need to talk to you and Nate like outside of this a little bit too, because I have my feet in it. I tried it a little bit. Like my first thing I sold was some copper pans. And I was paying shipping. I wasn't doing the FBA. And I went to ship it, and it like the shipping was like more than I sold it for. And I was like, well, and I mean, I've done that on eBay too, but like,
Yeah.
Amazon is just like a different beast to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Hello, Jimmy. I had to sneak
Hey,
that
Jimmy.
in there. And I also was going to ask you about Froggy Flips, because I know that you got something in the mail from me, but it wasn't from me.
Yes.
And I was wondering, is the list getting filled, or is it still?
It's getting filled. Yeah, we were number 6,
Okay.
and then we sent it to Hip Flippin' Mama, who's number 7, and I'm pretty sure she's already sent it to somebody else. So
yeah, because I was number 2 on there, and I was like, oh my goodness, like this is gonna be a while. And I like kind of like forgot about it after I sent it to Hales. I'm like, I wonder where it's going next, you know?
Yeah, they gave it to Conky, and then Conky gave it to me and Nate.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we sent it to Hip Flippin' Mama.
So I was impressed too with like your first video, or I think it was like your third video, fourth video. I can't remember. I kind of did a marathon recently because I have short-term memory loss. So like even if I've seen your video before, I'm like, what happened now? So I go back and watch it kind of before the show. And how you were like, I talked to Lonnie and RVA Flips, and I was like, man, he knows like the big guys already, and he's just getting into YouTube. Like, what?
The weird thing was like I started YouTube in January, I believe, of 19, and then in February, like Lonnie had me on one of his. He used to do working hangouts a lot, and like I got like my first like 50 or 70 subscribers just from like hanging out with Lonnie and doing some work, and that kind of like gave me like the shot in my arm I needed to like really try YouTube and not like, oh, like I did my first however many videos and like no one watched, you know, so at least gave me a few people watching, which like gave me a little bit of motivation to keep doing it. So
yeah, for a long time it was just like my family and they weren't even really watching, so I'm like, so anyways, like then I started getting people I didn't know. I'm like, oh, maybe I should start showing my face and tune this up a little bit. So, and like Cajun was saying, the first rule of Amazon, don't share your items.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But
typically once the items get shared, they're not too good for too long because so many people get on them.
Yeah. And like when I was watching your first video, I was like, no way they got that for $3 and that for, you know, I was like, this was only a year ago, you know. I'm like, man, that's some good prices. Like, I don't know if I'm going to the Walmart the wrong days or what. So I was like, man.
Yeah, we just got really lucky that day. And I don't know if it had anything to do with it being January and it'd be like after the holidays type, you know, type inventory.
Yeah, their clearance section is definitely a little better after the holidays. And so I friended you today too, or followed you, I guess I gotta say it correctly, on Poshmark because I didn't realize you guys sold on Poshmark. So that was kind of something new that I learned.
Yeah, we sell just about everywhere. I don't admittedly I don't do a whole lot of work on Poshmark. Like I probably should. I haven't even been like cross posting over there lately, so I'm a bad posher, if that means anything.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm about done with Poshmark. Like, they want too much out of me. I ain't got this time.
I think I might make like 1 or 2 sales a month, and that's only because people are awesome enough to share my stuff.
Yeah, I think we've got an awesome community, and some of those people in the community are like really good poshers and share. And it's like, oh, I made a sale. So I want to know in the chat if anybody has any ideas on how to expand your business. So do you sell on Mercari too then?
I do, yeah. Yeah, nice. Mercari has been awesome for me as far as a lot of the stuff I like to sell. Trading cards do really good over there. You know, I do a lot of toys, action figures, smalls, video games, plush. Like those things all do pretty decent on Mercari. So it's been great as far as blowing out some like really old inventory. Like Nate was like amazed by it, and I think this might be why he got on Mercari. I had this Supergirl action figure that I had on eBay for like a year and a half, and whenever I like first got into Vendu, it was one of the first things I sent over there, and literally every time I would list it, because you can't do multi-quantity, I had like an entire, like you can see like the shelving behind me. I had an entire one of those just filled of these action figures, and it was like every single time I listed one, it would sell, and then within like 1 to 2 months, the entire shelf was gone, and all the Supergirls were gone. And I think I might have sold one on eBay in that entire time, and the rest all sold on Mercari.
Wow, that's awesome. I want to say hello to Harry, and Nikki T was saying that she needs to expand to other platforms. Yeah, I am an eBay and Poshmark, but I'm thinking about closing down Poshmark and going to Mercari with all of my like clothing kind of stuff. And then like you were saying, kind of like my old stuff that's not really selling on eBay, maybe trying it over there, like some of my games and stuff. And then I was reading here about definitely getting into Vindu and listing, so that, because Vindu is like where you cross post, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
I think Frank and Jimmy got me into it, but I haven't like messed with it since they got me into it. And I was a little bit worried about like, because you got to delete your own things like when it sells, you know. On that, I was like, oh, like I barely can keep track of what I've got going on. So I think that's kind of where I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't cross post right now, because you can't keep track of my own head.
I purposely like haven't been cross posting most of my stuff lately, just because most of the stuff I've been listing are like higher end sports cards, and like half of them are mine, half of them are like consigned cards, so like I've taken from other people and I'm selling for like a portion of whatever they sell for. So some of them are like duplicate cards, and the titles and everything on Mercari are so much smaller that like it for me it's just harder to like adequately like tell myself which one it is and if it's sold on this platform or that platform. So with like the majority of my store right now being like trading cards and stuff like that, I haven't been cross posting as much as I normally do, but I just like I have so many hard goods that probably are going up this week, so I probably will start sending a lot more over to Mercari.
Yes. Hello, Philly Picker, by the way. And then I liked how you had like kind of your small, like Jimmy has like a bin that he has his smalls in, and I like that. I don't really have a smalls bin. I kind of just have like A 1 through 14, B 1 through 14, you know, and have like all these different bins that I put things in. But I think I want to do a smalls one, because it's like hard to go through that like A bin and be like, okay, where's this small little thing that I've posted? Definitely. And then I was gonna ask you, do you still do free shipping on your small things?
It just depends on what they are. Some trading cards I will, if they're cheap enough. But for the most part, I charge on most of the things that I do ship.
Yeah, I know Rev was doing that with his Baptist lottery, and some people would not be so honest and be like, oh, I didn't get it, because, you know, when you put a stamp on it, it's not tracking. But I was wondering, do you have much trouble with that, or?
No, I don't, but I've been charging shipping on pretty much anything over $20 just so I would have the tracking. But yeah, no, I haven't really had too much of a problem. And if I did, it was such like a $2 or $3 card that I'm like, whatever, you know what I mean? I don't even care.
Yeah. Some of those things is just like, okay. I recently sold something on auction and had a customer like I noted everything that was wrong with it, and they're like, this wasn't noted, and I'm like, it's noted right here. And actually, so I'm like, part of me is like, I'll just refund them the money and like move on with it, but part of me is like, you bid this up on auction, like somebody else could have had this that knew what was wrong with it, and now you've taken that and you want, like, you know. So I'm like, oh, that's the little frustrating part about reselling, is you get those people that are like, I want it for this much, even though I've done bid it up to this or whatever, you know. But there's also those great customers that are like, you packed this so well, I'll definitely be back, you know, and kind of get like some of those repeat customers, which is awesome.
Definitely.
Hello, friendly face. Haven't seen Carolina Hustler in a while. So, let's get into this game here. I want the chat to play. Let's see. Let's see if I remember how to share my screen here. It's been one of those days.
Yeah, I have those days a lot myself, so I feel you.
Return or refund for partial. Yeah, exactly. It's just crazy, crazy. All right. From the beginning. So we got a pop quiz here. Hopefully you're ready.
I will certainly try to be.
Yeah, I put expired. Yeah, I've had that too. I had some old camera film that I got in one of my like Amazon return boxes that I bought. And the person's like, "You didn't put it was expired." I'm like, "It says in the title like expired." Are you like just clicking on and like buying things without reading anything? Oh, anyways, I could go on for that for days, but let's not talk about those bad customers. They're everywhere. So we have this Tested Works vintage Bell and Howell projector. Do you think it's sold for A, $22, B, $12.99, or C, $58, or D, $40? In the chat, I want you to put in A, B, C, or D.
All right. So am I putting it in the chat or do I need to say it out loud?
You can put it in the chat because I'll forget what you said.
Okay, cool. That way I can.
Hubby's a bad customer. Harry's like, I'm going to go with 40. So Harry's D. Oh, he put a D. Smile Time Gifts. Got C, D, D. Free shipping? No, I almost never do free shipping, so I don't know if that helps at all. So, I see a couple C's, a couple D's. I didn't see Nikki T put anything in. Usually she plays along.
She's probably Uncle checking comps.
Yeah, Uncle B's still in the chat. I usually see him put something in. I don't know where Frank went. They're all like listening in the background, like, really, Aaron, you got to call us out. Got another D. It better be C. All right.
Really put an F in there. That's what I would be getting on the test.
Yep. Got an F already. A's off the board. I haven't seen any A's, but maybe I missed it. No, there goes B. It's D.
Whoa, I got one.
Yay.
Nikki pulled the wrong comp.
Oh, no, Nikki T. She's like, I meant to put in D. That's just a missing curve there. I would buy it for $5, right? It was heavy. I think it shipped out for like $30 or something like that. It was heavy. Wow. I was like, oh my goodness. I bought this when I bought all those records. Nice. I was just like, that's kind of cool. I wish I would have done a side picture so you guys could see it a little better, but that was my main picture. So I had to laugh at this because these old bands, their band is Average White Band. I'm like, really?
As opposed to a really good white band?
Yeah. I had to cut off this album because if y'all have looked up this album's not family friendly. So, do you think it's sold for A, $8, B, $10, C, $3.25, or D, $4? Harry is in with the first answer, C here. Got A, D. Got a C. I don't know. I see 2 C's, couple A's. Play that funky music. Got an A. The loose change. That has to be it. Sure, I'll take your 25 cents. All right, so it's not A.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. There it goes, Anthony.
Back to my regular test-taking ways.
I thought A looked good. We got C and D still on the board. So, Nikki T, you might get this one. Oh, no. It was definitely that loose change.
Well, that was a pretty average price for the average white band.
Yeah. And I was at the point, I'm like, I've already made my money on these. Like, sure, if that's what you want it for, take it. And they paid shipping, so.
Nice.
Yeah. Then we got this Star Wars Battlefront 2 PSP game. Did it sell for $2.99, $6.99, $5.99, or $20? And also it doesn't have a manual, so just keep that in mind. What did I tell you all? Well, everybody was answering. I went to go see what type of music it is. I haven't even listened to what type of music it is. Harry's 2 for 2.
I would say if there's any reason to get a copyright strike, it might be the average white band.
Right?
I wonder if it's even copyrighted.
I don't know. Oh my goodness. Dan.
That's not a lie, Dan. I actually did eat Chinese food for dinner too.
Oh
awesome.
Man, yummy. D? Got a couple D's in there. Apparently it's a good band. Have to look it up later, I guess.
I might have to order me a 5X t-shirt of theirs after this show.
Right? That's the best band ever. Yeah, I read that. I was like, really? That's a great name. Dan says B. All right. I lost your answer here now. Oh, there it is. B. All right. Yep. Let's see. Well, A, B, and C are still on the board. Oh, A and B are still on the board. It's B!
I cheated. I'm kind of a video game nerd. Plus, I like Star Wars too. So
I picked B. I'll pick the opposite. I stick at this. I was teasing her last week when she was on. Hello, Eric.
What's up, Eric?
He's like, yeah, it's answer B. Mm-hmm.
That shed you got is amazing, Eric.
Oh my goodness. I seen that. I was like, oh, what? I'm shed envy.
Yeah, definitely.
Have a good night, Harry. Thanks for tuning in. All right. So apparently I don't say this right. Hopefully I say it right today. We have a Patagonia shirt. This is a polo.
How do you normally say it?
I say it all wrong. I say lots of things wrong. I don't know if you were tuning in when Uncle B and I were on like 4 weeks ago, and I was talking about how I used to call Pedensky. Yeah. He says it is a big one, 14 by 24. Woo! That's awesome.
Yeah, it's sweet.
All right, Nikki T came in with the first answer. She says B. Got D, B, D, D, C. Is it fake? If not, C. Oh, here's how I say it. Patagonia, right? Gonia? Right? Did I say it right? I don't. B again. Yes, we missed the Ecom and Beyond show.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We are still putting stuff out on Nate's channel. You guys are subscribed to it. Every Day I'm Hustling. He put 2 episodes out already.
All right, we got a couple answers in there. D's off the board,
I'm
everyone.
already out.
Oh, we got B and C left. Who's still in the running? Dan and Swamp Picker. Eric's still in. What did Nikki T say? Oh, Nikki T said B. Oh, Nikki T got that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. Yeah, I thought the highest one was too obvious, so I went with the one right underneath it.
Mm-hmm. So, this is Poshmark.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I sent an offer and I was like, here, what do you think about this? And they were like, sold. I was like, hey, I didn't have to do much besides send out a little offer.
Yeah. Well, you're the best offer queen.
Yeah. And a lot of things I sell are a best offer. Like when I sell something for full price, I'm like, what? What just happened?
Yeah, I send out offers all the time on eBay.
I'd pick it up for $1, otherwise pass. I'd pick it up for $1 to sell it for $12. There you go. So we have some little Pumbaa toddler shoes. Puma. See, I don't say anything right. Don't ask me how to say things. Please. Did we sell it
was
for
that like the Disney character? Pumbaa?
Yeah, Pumbaa. Hakuna Matata. I love your wife, by the way, with her Disney.
Oh, thanks. I just took her to the Disney store today, and she literally was on crutches like a champ running through that place.
Yeah, she's like, it's like a candy store. Yeah, I love Disney too. I think not as much as your wife and Joy Bada Bing, but I do love my Disney. Like, any of my friends are like, what kind of movie you want? Oh, Disney. All right, we've got a couple of answers already coming in here. We got A, $8.99, B, $9.99, C, $13, or D, $6. I think our first was B. And then Picksburg, good ref, you're right about that stuff. I don't know what that was, but yeah. D, A, C. Oh, you referred me. I get it now. Sorry. I'm a little slow. B, D. Thanks, Dan. If not C, I pick F again.
So you're not the BO queen then?
Yeah. Like, what? Oh, man, Dan. Got Thrifty Lobster. Hello. Dan, the answer man. A, stinks. I'm changing my name now, Dan. Thanks. All right. No more D on the board. We got B and C left. Which one is it? Anthony, you're not comping very well here.
I know I'm not. I literally went with D because I thought it'd be the one furthest from the real answer, and it was.
You're like, this is best offer queen. It could sell for $1. No, these sold for $13, and I actually picked these up for like $1 or $2 from a lady that, like, she gets like a bunch of free stuff, and she was like, I can't take any of this anymore. She's like, just pay me whatever you think. And I was like, all right. So awesome. Every little dollar counts for everything that I bought from her.
Heck yeah.
I know it's C.
There you go, Louie.
All right, we got a Hello Kitty pajamas here. Did it sell for A, $14.99, B, $19.99, C, $18, or D, $15?
Oh, dang. Those are like 1 penny apart.
Right?
Intriguing.
Oh, which one could it be? Is it the cents this time?
Makes sense to me.
We got B, C. Whoa, the chat just dumped. Had to put it on my phone because I'm headed to bed. Well, thank you, Nikki T. She's going to fall asleep to us. Hello, everyone, Richard. D. Who would sleep in that? Dan, I actually have one in my size. Hi, Nina.
I was gonna say I didn't want to let everybody know this because I was coming on your show, but I'm actually wearing it underneath this shirt now.
Yeah, he's like, I actually bought
I
this.
bought it. That's how I know it was D.
Yeah. C. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
B. C. Dan has one. I know. So does Anthony. See, he already knew.
Yep.
All right. First one off the board, A. Uh-oh. Who said A? We got B and D still on the board, though. Look out. Oh!
Okay. I was right that time. I knew you were getting that extra penny out of them.
Yes. I knew it. All right, this is a fun one here when it comes back on the screen here. I don't know much about crafts. As far as I go is like scrapbooking, and I haven't done that in a long time. So, did this sell for A, $5, B, $2.99, C, $13, or $16.99? That's frightening. He's like, Anthony, you're wearing that. Oh no. A. Hello, Blue Husky Liquidation. A, D, A, C, B. Oh boy, I think we got almost all the answers on the board here.
Well, anybody that picked A is probably wrong because I picked it.
I don't know. Louis said A. Oh, A's are coming in now.
Sorry, I led you all astray.
We got A, B, and C still on the board. Dan came in with a C, and Josh came in with an A. Uh-oh. There goes A. We got B and C left. And the answer is B. I listed this for much higher. Took best offer on it. I was like, I don't even know what I'm selling here.
I thought the answer man was supposed to have the ansers.
Right? Hey, Dan.
Like, that's
come
false
on now.
advertising, bro.
Dan is quick with them comps, though. If you, like, show something, you're like, hey, yep. Dan, how much is this for? Like, he'll be like, oh, what's the model number on it? And he'll go and comp it, like, right now.
Not only will you get a comp, but you'll get a funny meme as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Louie.
Darn, I missed it. Crafters are always on a budget, right? Yo, I got it right. Dan, don't follow me.
For crafters, but I must have it upstairs still. I was going to show it to you.
Dan's like, shipping was $17.99 though.
It's where you get them.
Yeah. That's funny. All right, we got Uno Stacko now. You guys know I like selling games. Did it sell for $10, $15, $28, or $16.99? Thank you, Panther Pack. That's awesome. He was going to bed, but he couldn't resist one more show.
Awesome.
I know before I started getting all sick and not feeling well, I was like on YouTube like all day long. And my husband's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, just on so-and-so show. He's like, oh my goodness, get off. He's like, you need like YouTube Anonymous.
Yeah. My wife gets mad at me at nighttime too. Like, especially 3 days a week when Big Brother's on TV. Like if I'm on my phone during Big Brother, it's like World War III breaks off at my house.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yep.
All right, we got B, D. When Dan starts not giving the right answer, he's slowly becoming a reseller. Hey, we've trapped him into it. A, D, B, D. A. Dan, LOL, now we are polar opposite. All right, let's see. First one off the board is C. We got A, B, and D left. All right, A and B. Which one is it? B!
I think I got another one right.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I think I remember you putting B, but maybe I was left.
I put in the B, and everybody's like, oh, it has to be A.
Yeah, you definitely on that, right? Let's go comp this. All right, awesome, guys. Thank you for playing. I want you guys to go over, if you haven't already, go to Picksburg and subscribe to him. If any of my moderators can drop that link in there, that would be awesome. Dan the Answer Man. Oh, man. I'm batting 100% wrong, Nana says.
It's okay, Nana. I got like maybe 2 or 3 right, if that.
There are things that I sold, and I probably wouldn't even get 1 or 2 right. I'd be like, how much did I sell this for? What did I do? Oh, man.
You should do one where it's like, what was the best offer? Like where you bring up like, this is what I sold, and it'll have like the eBay comp with the line through it, and be like, what? Because you can look those up, but like most people, like I don't know if you think that, but like whenever I'm looking up comps, I'm like, man, I wonder what this person took. You know, there's a website called flippertools.com. You can go and like actually look up those best offers that people accepted. But that'd be kind of cool, since you're the best offer queen, to have people guess what your best offers are.
That's a good idea. That might have to be the next one. Nana, we're in the same boat, Richard says. Addicted to hustling. Good to see everyone. Yes. Oh, look, Dan. He came out with it right there. Got Anthony's channel on there. I think most of us are subscribed to him, but
appreciate it.
If anybody watches this in the future or anything like that, good information over with Picksburg.
I appreciate that.
I'm opening another eBay account in your name as a handler. Dan, you're going to have a store. Hello, D. The bargain deck. Hello. Yes. So if somebody was starting out reselling, what advice would you give them?
If they were just starting out, here's what I did, and it was awesome for me because I didn't have any startup capital or anything. I just started selling stuff around the house, and that's the best way to do it, because I would say when I got serious about wanting to do this full time, the first several times I went out to source is probably still stuff sitting on my shelves today. You know what I mean? So you can start off with just stuff around your house that will give you the experience of knowing what kind of stuff sells and what doesn't. Because for me, that was kind of what gave me the opportunity to start building up money to build my business even more. We literally just started selling stuff that we had packed away in our basement or in our closets and stuff like that. So, you know, spring cleaning type stuff, started a business out of it.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I started. And then I went, to garage sales and stuff and started selling from garage sales because you can get it for cheaper inventory. So I definitely think that's a great advice to people that are starting out.
Yep. And the crazy thing is, like, we all have things in our house that you'd be surprised how expensive it actually is. Like things that we deem to be like worthless is very valuable to somebody out there. So I was surprised at just especially like the stuff my wife has, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I know, like, because she spends a lot of my money, that the stuff she has isn't cheap, but just going through like the stuff that she had just sitting in the basement collecting like mildew and dust, and it's like worth like over $100. And I'm like, oh my God, like, thank you, Ashley, for giving me a business of your discarded junk.
Yes. I like this one too. Just be patient and sell things from your home, because it's true. There's things that you don't use. And then I like how Dan brought this up, because I think I did message you and tell you that, I love Grams because she reminds me of my grandma that was a little Spitfire. And watching you and her, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome. She's
Yes.
she's already trying to get me to go to the flea market this weekend, and it's like supposed to be torrential downpour.
Like, well, it's okay. We'll take an umbrella. We'll go anyways. Mm-hmm. That's when you get the best deals.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So did she kind of get you into it, or how did that come along?
As far as the reselling goes, I've kind of always been a little bit of a hustler. Like I started like whenever I was in like first or second grade. Like my mom would drive me to school, and we'd stop at the mom and pop store on the way, and I'd buy up a whole bunch of candy and just sell it to the kids in my homeroom class. You know what I mean? So that was kind of like the beginning of the hustle. But as far as like full-time reselling, me and my wife started a church in our hometown, and it closed after, being open for years. And I didn't have a job. And I just, a lot of people don't know, but I used to be a professional wrestler, and I broke my back. And like because of that, I'm dealing with some like disabilities and stuff like that. So holding down a regular job isn't really a thing that's realistic for me because of that. So I just kind of reverted back to kind of what I knew. And about 10 years ago, I picked up a summer job being a lister for somebody that I went to church with. So I kind of already had the skill set based on working for him. And, I decided, since I didn't have a job at the time and I wasn't able to sustain like a regular 9-to-5 type job like most people would consider. And I had a lot of entrepreneurial skills just from my past. I decided to give reselling as a full-time job, ago.
Yeah. I like what Richard said here too, because I was kind of the same way. Decluttered my house, and then now look at my basement.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's like I was thinking today about Kimberly, that's borderline hoarderish. I was like, man, that's like the perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he was saying take grandma to the flea market. It might become sunny.
Yeah, you never know.
And Nana's agreeing with Richard. Now I'm stocked. Hello, Marie. Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, Marie.
Swap meet in the 90s got me started. Awesome.
Nice.
Yep, declutter just to make room for Nikki T. Yeah, it's funny how like you have so much. Like I was doing on one of my videos today or yesterday and saying like, I have my inventory stocked on eBay of like 365 things, and then I have like 160 on Poshmark. So like that in itself has been kind of sustaining my reselling while I haven't been able to like list every day.
Yeah.
It's amazing, like just kind of how that like it starts as like a passive income, when you can't get it done. I mean, I definitely would be making more with like listing, but like it's just so nice to know like even if I go on maternity leave, like there'll still be things that sell, and I just need to pack it up and ship it out.
Does your husband know how to like pack and ship?
Yes.
Is he like willing to like do that stuff? Like if you're not feeling good or no?
No, he will if I need him to, but like he's like that's your thing, you do your thing. I mean, he'll go and help me like source and stuff like that. I mean, it hasn't been as easy like having a terrible 2-year-old, but he definitely like will help me with him now and like be like, hey, what about this? Actually, a lot of the good things that I've sold is things that he's found. So he's like got the eye for things. And I was cracking up because I was listening to your guys' video, your first video, and your wife was like, we kind of just took a gamble on this. And I was like, actually, I think I do that with everything.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, the comps look good. Like, why not? Let's buy it. It's a couple bucks.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And normally if things are cheap enough, like I'm gonna be fully transparent. Like we don't even comp when we're out. Like if it were at a store, that's a little bit different. But like garage sales or yard sales, like that kind of stuff, normally like I don't even comp. If it's cheap enough, I'll just buy it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't believe I've ever really lost doing it that way at a garage sale. out.
Yeah.
Like in a store, it's easy to lose that way, but it's a lot easier to like comp and not be like worried about somebody knowing you're a reseller if you're at the store.
Yeah. Nana Tank's treasure sounds like me. My car is a storage sometimes.
That's what mine is right now too. Since we've started doing storage lockers, like my van is basically storage right now. My shed is storage. It's crazy. Like parts of my house are storage that shouldn't be storage. Like, somebody was like, "Are you storing stuff in your kitchen right now?" I said, "Well, yeah, I didn't have any more room on my porch."
Yeah.
Which is just crazy, but yeah, that's like one of the main reasons like we're looking to like move this operation out of the house as soon as possible, because like we're gonna look like a hoarder's house soon. We don't.
Yeah. Like if something happens to both of us,
yeah,
they're not gonna believe this is reselling.
Exactly.
I was joking with Jimmy and Frank a while back about like storing stuff under the guest bed. I was like, "Excuse me, like I need to get this game board." I let you stay on my bed, but I need to get the game that I stored under there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how it accumulates everywhere. Like I think for a while there, everything was like on my kitchen table. I was like, people are gonna come in this house and be like, "What happened here?" Especially when I go to the bins. Yeah. Like it just takes over. I have to try and get it down in the basement now though, because my son's like, "Oh, what'd you get me? Like, let me look in here." And I'm like, no. I'm trying to sell that.
Our guest bedroom, like if we ever have somebody come and spend the night, I'm worried that like years later we'll find their skeleton, because like it's got like essentially it's like Ashley's closet. But since she started reselling, it's also her death pile / like all of her listed stuff. So it's like literally like you could walk in there and just get lost. There's just stuff everywhere. It's nuts.
I like this one. Dee saying that she sold a Pier 1 Imports mug for $30. Nice. Now her husband bought her 30 of them to list.
Wow. That's awesome.
And then Richard was saying his kids already thinks he's a hoarder.
Yeah, my mom and my wife both think I am too, even though like they still see the packages leaving every day. But like I'm the type of person that if I think I can make something from it, like I'll never just throw it away.
Yes. Smile Time gives TV show hoarders said, "Yeah, at my place." Yeah. That's too funny. So your wife kind of helps with packing and everything like that, and because I know that she goes out and sources with you.
She does source with me. As far as packing, like she'll pack her stuff when it sells, but like if it's my stuff, she doesn't ever pack it. I'm sure she would if I asked her nicely, but she's always so busy and she works so much. So she normally if she's home, she's just chilling.
Carolina Hustler says, "Take care all. About to drop a video, then bed." So everybody that subscribe to him, go over and watch that video. You can drop that link if you want to. I think I gave you some ranch. My daughter got upset at me about something and then took it out on me as resort and called me a whore. That's gonna be my children. They're gonna be like, "Mom, like you need to get rid of this stuff. Like it's too much." I'm like, "Look, this sold. Look, this sold."
Yep.
But I am bad. I need to go through my inventory and like weed out the stuff that's been on there for a while.
I think that's why I have a YouTube channel, is just to prove to people I'm not really a hoarder.
Right. Panther Pack was asking us, have either one of us gone to manage payments, and if so, how do you like it?
I just switched over last week, and so far so good. Haven't had any issues yet. Just got my first payout, a whopping $26, but that's only because I was on it like a day whenever they paid me out. Yeah. But yeah, so it's so far so good. It's weird not seeing the money go directly into PayPal anymore, though. But
I was gonna say the same thing. So mine went in effect last Thursday. Actually, I think after the show, they sent me an email saying, "Hey, you're now part of it." And then I've gotten like 3 or 4 emails that have been like, "Hey, your payment's processing to you," and you know, one's $11, one's $20 or whatever. So I've gotten a little bit of a payout, and like you said, it's weird not have it go to PayPal. And I'm like, what do I do with PayPal now? Like, I don't know if I should keep money in there for like when it goes to our fees for eBay or what I need to do. So I'm like, I'm not touching anything until I figure that out.
Good night, Nikki.
Good night, Nikki T. Yeah, so far it's been fine. I signed up for it and was like, I don't know why I keep getting this message to sign up for it. And then I'd click on it and it would say, you already signed up. I was like, I don't know. And then Uncle B was telling me, he's like, they'll send you a thing saying like if you need to do anything more or when it goes in effect. And I was like, okay. And then I think like 2 weeks after that, they were like, hey, you're going in effect. And I was like, oh, okay. So the only thing we'll still put in PayPal. Blah, blah, blah. I have a second eBay store that is still on PayPal. Oh, okay. So I didn't know about like our monthly payments, how that's going to go. So I was like, I'm not touching either till I know how that goes through.
Yeah. I don't blame you there.
Blue Husky Liquidations was saying, just got an email that I think I start managed payments on the 7th. Yeah, and it'll go in effect like that when it says that it's ready to go.
Yep. Hopefully it'll go smooth. Like I said, it's been fine for me thus far. I haven't had any problems. So for me, it's just being on Amazon, I think, made the adjustment a little bit easier because I'm used to Amazon getting bi-weekly, like what I consider to be paychecks. Like that's what I kind of refer to it as, like my Amazon paychecks coming in. So now I'm just going to be looking at Tuesdays as, it's eBay payday, so it's just, it's prepared me a little bit more for it.
Good night, Nana. Feel better.
Hi, Nana.
And there's the famous cat. He likes to be part of the show.
He always puts his booty on alive somewhere. That's why when he started walking over, like I just like randomly slipped my hand there because I'm like, no, I'm a guest on this channel, Nala. You are not about to moon everybody.
I am taking over the show. Grams is getting more fame than me.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's the funny thing too, is like I was just telling him right before, like while I was waiting for you to come in, I was like, dude, like all day long you want nothing to do with me, but the minute I sit at this computer to even pull orders or to go live, it's like you want to sit right on the keyboard and you want all of my attention.
Yep, that's my dog and my child, and I'm about to have another one, and I don't know how I'm going to do with all three of them.
Yep.
I'm like, hopefully they will nap together until the 2-year-old decides he's not napping no more, which I was kind of worried that was happening already. And I'm like, no, that's my time to get my eBay and YouTube and everything done. Don't keep napping. So we'll see how that goes. It might get a little more fun, and I might have to start staying up past his bedtime to try and get everything done, but I'll figure it out, I guess.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to watch you navigate it. I'm sure there's a lot of people that, probably get a lot of encouragement watching you accomplish everything you do with what's on your plate.
Yeah. I don't know how I am dealing with a 2-year-old and being pregnant right now because I have like no energy. He goes to bed and I'm like sitting on the couch like, is it bedtime yet? I'm like, I know we're supposed to have like, husband-wife time and not have a child to deal with, but I'm like, I can't stay awake.
Yeah.
One of my cousins posted, you're 40 years old when you can't turn on a movie and stay awake through it. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm not even 40 yet and I can't even stay awake.
Yeah, I give you props.
Yeah, it's crazy. Dan was saying he wants to be part of the show. And then thanks for info. eBay says they can register anytime. Just keeps popping. Yeah. Mine was saying that I had to have it done by like July something. So I was like, well, we better get this done. Hello, Joe Deals.
Hey, Joe. What's up, man?
Dan says I'm changing my name to Bus Juggling Queen once the baby arrives. Yeah, well, I got to already change my name because BO now.
Well, I don't think those initials are going to be much better for you.
No. Yeah, I'm so there. So love the coffee. I have not been drinking coffee since I've been pregnant. I mean, I didn't drink it very often for them, but man, if I could have some kind of energy drink or something, I would probably be doing a lot better. But like I said, he goes to bed and I'm like,
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes with the newborn keeping me up, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I'm sure.
Do you have anything you want to conclude it with, or anybody in the chat have any questions?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything specifically. I just really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come hang out with you and have some fun.
Yeah. Like everybody was saying, they're missing Ecom and Beyond, so I was like, hey, I know somebody that I need to get on the show because we're not seeing that morning show no more.
Yep, and for anybody that's interested, like I said, on Every Day I'm Hustling's YouTube channel, we are still doing a show together. It's just pre-recorded, just because we don't have the full amount of time we normally do. But if you haven't already, subscribe to me too. I'd appreciate it.
Yes. And Marie was saying that she gave all the toddlers back until next week. Man, they were last 3 days. I'm getting toddlers, no matter what age, I swear, unless you're another toddler or a teenager, you cannot keep up with toddlers. Toddlers have got energy like no other.
I feel like if you were to take a coffee shot of toddler energy, it would blow up your heart.
Yeah.
Because it's that strong.
I think Joey Bada Bing runs off that kind of energy, but
probably.
I'm not sure. Picksburg, tell us how much you love us. Dan the Answer Man, need to hear it one more time before it goes night.
I love you guys this big. Bigger than my arms can stretch.
What's that song?
that was my wedding song, believe it or not.
Aww.
Yeah, my wife likes that song.
About to watch Thursday night elimination show on Big Brother after this. Oh, I better get off. Dan's got to go watch a show.
Yeah, Dan. I'm glad I didn't mention who on home then.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give it away. He hasn't watched yet.
Spoil it.
Gage is like, you haven't watched yet? Oh, I know Dan all too well. Yes, Louis. He doesn't get away with much, but he does get me cracking up on camera, and I think that's why he tunes in every week. Well, thank you, everyone, and have a good night, and we'll see you all next week.
See you guys.
Bye now.